The information, audio, and visuals you're about to see are intended to provide details of an officer-involved shooting which occurred on the 7th of August 2021 at about 2:51 a.m. in the 5800 block of Stine Road. An investigation into the use of force is being conducted to determine whether the actions of the officers were in compliance with law and department policy. Bakersfield Police Department officers are equipped with body-worn cameras. The cameras do not capture everything the officers saw or experienced and do not encompass the entirety of the investigation, which includes witness interviews, forensic processing, and administrative review. Conclusions about the officers' actions with regard to law and policy will not be made until all facts are known and the investigation is complete. This footage is being released because we are committed to providing transparency to our community. This video may contain strong language and graphic images, which may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. On Saturday, August 7th, 2021, at approximately 12:35 a.m., the Bakersfield Police Department received an emergency call for service regarding a disturbance in the 2300 block of Brazil Avenue. The caller advised that an adult male in a green Chevrolet truck was armed with a firearm. Officers received an additional update that shots had been fired. However, no one had been struck. The suspect fled the area in the green Chevrolet truck. At 12:56 a.m., the Bakersfield Police Department received a report of a subject shooting at a security guard in a subdivision construction site northwest of Panama Lane and Buena Vista Road. The reporting party advised the subject was occupying a green Chevrolet pickup. No one was injured.
911 emergency.
This is Ian. Hey, I just called you guys. I'm a security guard out here. Hey, the guy just fired a gun at us.
Okay, where are you at? Okay, what kind of vehicle is it?
It was a green Chevy with a camper shell.
At 2:32 a.m., the Bakersfield Police Department received a report that a subject with a firearm had arrived at a family member's residence in the 4500 block of Blossom Valley Lane. The subject was occupying a green Chevrolet pickup. At approximately 2:50 a.m., officers located the suspect's vehicle in the 4700 block of Blossom Valley Lane. Officers were in the process of discussing how to safely approach when the suspect began driving the vehicle. A two-officer unit near the patrol vehicle caught up with the suspect vehicle and a short pursuit began. The suspect vehicle became disabled just south of Harris Road and Stine Road after the suspect appeared to lose control and struck a barrier wall. Neither officer in the pursuing patrol vehicle activated their body camera devices during the pursuit, which took less than a minute. Based upon the preliminary investigation, including the location of cartridge casings and bullet impacts, the suspect immediately exited his vehicle and fired multiple times at the officers who were exiting their vehicle. The officers returned fire. Body cameras, when activated, show video with no audio back to 30 seconds prior to activation. Due to the immediacy of the suspect vehicle becoming disabled, short duration of the vehicle pursuit, and the suspect immediately firing at officers, they did not activate their body cameras until the first exchange of gunfire had already occurred. At this time, unknown to the officers, the suspect had fled over the concrete wall into the backyard of a residence. This is the body camera footage from the two officers who initially exchanged gunfire with the suspect. There was no indication based upon processing of the scene that the suspect was injured during the initial exchange. the suspect had already fled. This is the body camera footage of the other officer who had initially exchanged gunfire with the suspect.
He's in front of the truck! Come on, with your hands up! Here, watch it. Stop! Where's he at? Come out with your hands up! Send the dog. You have no cover. Send the dog. He's over here. Send the dog! I don't know. Send the dog. He's in front of the truck. Give me a car. No, it was me on the car. Pull up. Keep coming. Drive it up. Pull up. We gotta clear this fast because if he's... Drive it slowly. Slow. Look forward.
Officers confirmed that the suspect had fled the site of the initial exchange of gunfire. Officers in the dispatch center began to receive information from citizens that the suspect had fled over the concrete wall and was moving in the backyards of residences in the 5700 block of Autumn Crest Drive. Officers learned from a witness that the suspect had discarded a handgun. However, officers had received information earlier that the suspect was in possession of an additional firearm. Officers formed a search team to look for the suspect.
Here. Now, we have a primary concern right now being the residents inside. If this suspect forces entry into a residence, we have a hostage situation. We cannot allow that.
Yes, sir. Try and get them out.
We can do that, but we need to make sure that we take action onto this suspect, right? Because he can just easily get over a fence and into somebody else's residence. So, my concern is now, we're going to have long guns being able to make contact. We have a block wall directly behind where officers are at. So if we do engage in gunfire, keep your gunfire under block wall level. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so your considerations of deploying the dog into the backyard if the suspect
Copy, shutting down at Stine and Season.
I'm more comfortable with it now that we've found a gun.
Okay, but we understand, guys, just because we found a gun doesn't mean we have nothing else. So, if he is comfortable with it,
Autumn Crest Drive, backyard of the residence.
okay.
Unit for 5706 Autumn
All right,
Crest.
he's waving us down, so let's start making a move. Yacht, get your dog.
The contact team began to clear backyards where they were alerted by residents.
Me and Ram have hands on. We have 2 legals here and then the dog.
Yeah, we can do announcements. He makes one wrong move, you send that dog.
Bakersfield Police Department, Police Canine. We know you are in one of these yards. Come out with your hands up. Surrender peacefully or we'll send a dog. He will find you. He will bite you. Bakersfield Police Department, Police Canine. We know you're here. Just give up now. Come out with your hands up. We're going to send a dog. He's going to find you. He's going to bite you. Bakersfield Police Department, Police Canine. Surrender now. Come out with your hands up. You're going to get bit.
Yeah. You got 2 hands is on, you have 2 lethals. And 1 less than lethal. We have a taser.
This took approximately 15 minutes. At approximately 3:15 a.m., officers believe they located the suspect concealed in a trash can in the backyard of a residence. The following video is from involved officers.
Get down! Oh, get out! He has something in his hands! He has something in his hands! He has something in his hands!
All Robert 17, suspect is possibly hiding in a trash can on the south side of many officers to the front of the residence, clear to the south.
Three officers discharged their firearms during the second shooting. Officers rendered medical aid to the suspect who succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased by medical personnel. No weapon was found in the suspect's possession. The suspect's firearm was recovered in a nearby backyard in his path of flight and found to have been fired dry. Additional firearms linked to the suspect were located discarded on Blossom Valley Lane and Brazil Avenue. Pursuant to state law, this investigation is being conducted by the California Department of Justice and the Bakersfield Police Department. This is an ongoing investigation. Conclusions about the involved officers' actions with regard to law and policy will not be made until all facts are known and the investigation is complete. The Bakersfield Police Department's use of force policy, including deadly force policy, is available to the public at www.bakersfieldpd.us.